Hello and welcome back to the Be the Hero channel. In this video, I'm covering everything you need to know about the Aries archetype, including what the Aries sign is and the personality traits you're going to tend to have as an Aries. Now, this isn't just applicable if you are an Aries Sun. People can have strong Aries energy if they have a lot of Aries placements, such as an Aries Mercury, Aries Moon, etc. So in this video, I'm going to explain what the Aries sign is, including what their biggest strengths and weaknesses are going to be. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Isabelle and I help you understand who you are using personality typing systems and astrology, because I was the kind of person who did not understand themselves for way too long, and this led me to not really having a sense of self, feeling confused often, and not knowing what my desires truly were. Then I discovered personality typing systems like the Enneagram, Myers-Briggs, and astrology, and for once I made sense. And so now I teach you how to understand these personality typing systems so that you can understand yourself too and live in alignment with your desires. Now, before I dive into what the Aries archetype is and what it means to have the Aries sign somewhere in your chart, hit the link in the description below to grab the free birth chart workbook where I help you understand the basics of your chart using journal prompts. It takes less than 15 minutes to do the entire thing, and you'll understand how to actually apply the information of your chart by the end. I've used these journal prompts myself to understand my chart, and they've helped me so much. So what is Aries? And if you're new to astrology, you might be looking at this video because you have an Aries Sun or you know someone who has an Aries Sun as well. When we get into astrology, we don't know about all of our different placements. We don't know about what a Mercury is or a Jupiter. We just know, I was born in March, and so I guess that means I'm an Aries, or I was born in April. This is referring to your sun sign in astrology. The sun was in a certain zodiac sign at your time of birth, and this is the sign you most likely know. So people who say I'm an Aries, they're referring to their sun sign, and people who have an Aries sun tend to have a dominant Aries characteristics. However, you can also have strong Aries energy in your chart without an Aries sun. And this is because Aries can be in many different placements that can be dominant in your chart. For example, maybe someone is a Pisces sun. They're born in early March or late February, but they have an Aries moon, an Aries Mercury, and an Aries Venus. This person's going to probably have strong Aries energy because they have a ton of planets in the sign of Aries. So while watching this video about the Aries sign and personality traits, keep in mind that you do not have to be an Aries sun to possess these personality traits, or the person that you are looking at this video to learn more about them, they don't have to have an Aries sun to have strong Aries traits as well. However, if you do have an Aries sun, if you know someone who has an Aries sun, you'll probably notice these characteristics and traits in them, whether they are the dominant traits within them or if they're underlying themes, because your sun sign in astrology is your ego self. It tends to basically, how I like to think of the sun sign is that it's the general overview of characteristics that you tend to have. It has to do with the ego, so it's how we generally perceive ourselves, how people generally perceive us, and what kind of values we hold. So an example of the Aries sign, when the Aries is in the sun, when sun is in Aries, you are someone who tends to have a lot of bold and brave nature. Now, this might be a dominant part of your personality, or it could be an underlying theme. People can sense this impulsiveness and strength within you. And as someone who has a lot of Aries energy, I understand this archetype very well. So let's dive more into what you need to know about the Aries sign. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and it is a fire sign. In a way, it plays an interesting role as the first sign of the zodiac because it comes right after Pisces. And technically, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. A water sign, it is the final 12th sign of the zodiac. However, it is oftentimes also referred to in a way as like the preface zodiac sign, because Pisces refers to when we are in the womb, is what it represents. Before we enter the world, we have already cultivated, we are grown, we are a being, but we have not exited the womb into the world yet. Aries represents where we first step into the world, the moment we first interact. Everything seems like a harsh reality. Our senses were before dull and cared for and protected, and now we are being exposed to the elements. So Aries has a level of resiliency naturally to them, and this is something that the Aries archetype and the Aries sign really represents, because when you first come into the world, you have to be ready to have a lot of strength. So the Aries archetype is all about initiating something new and forming a sense of self. So Aries is someone who is very independent, self-sufficient. They're strong, they're bold, they're brave. They're ready to take on the world because they are now here, and so they know they need strength to interact with the world. Aries is also not only the first sign of the zodiac, but it is also a fire sign. And these people are characterized by their blunt and bold nature. Aries is, in a way, not the kindest person that you will meet because they just speak their mind so easily. These people are strong, they're fighters, they're represented by the fighter. These people will charge their way through anything. Aries archetype has a lot to do with, if you're into tarot or if you've just heard this phrase often, the fool. Because Aries is new to the world, they can be very ignorant in some ways. And this is not just a weakness, but it can also be a strength. Because Aries is new to the world, they are willing to try anything. Aries, or people who have a lot of Aries in their chart, will be the type of person who just puts themselves out there. They'll try new things. They're unafraid of danger, it seems, because they just don't know what's going to happen. And to them, as they've newly entered the world, they are unstoppable. So people with Aries energy can act a lot off of impulse, just following whatever seems to be fun, because there's so much of life that can be experienced and there's so much that they can do, and they want to test their limits. Aries is also represented by the ram, and this shows their headstrong nature. Aries people will literally charge things head on, whether that is a work project or meeting new people, or even if it's doing a new thing that can seem seemingly dangerous. Aries loves to try new things. They want to experience everything to the fullest, and they can seem to lack a survival instinct that most people have, and yet people can be surprised by Aries' strength. Aries is a fighter, and so these people are very strong and very independent, and they have strong resiliencies. And again, like I said, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, traits that come up are this impulsiveness and ignorance. And this can play out in the positive sense because they're so spontaneous and willing to try new things. But this can also lead them to rubbing people the wrong way and making a lot of mistakes. So this is the strength and weakness of an Aries. When you have Aries traits within you, is you can be someone who is taking the lead, taking the charge, charging things head on. And at the same time, you might speak before you think, and oops, I hurt that person's feelings. As someone who has an Aries Sun and Aries Mercury, I know that this is very true. So people with strong Aries energy tend to rub people the wrong way. Aries people can be told that they're very aggressive, blunt, and overly assertive because they just speak their mind. Part of Aries, as the first sign of the zodiac and the first fire sign to exist, they're gonna be spit fire, quite literally. So they will say what is on their mind. They will say what they think, even if it's "you're stupid." And maybe later they'll be like, "Ooh, I probably shouldn't have said that." But they're not going to move past, they're not going to look back at it, because Aries is all about moving forward. They charge the world straight head on, and they're always about just initiating new change. So Aries is not the kind of person to think things through. They're not thinking about their future. They're not thinking about their past. They are masters of the present. So when Aries is applied to any planet, point, or placement, we become bold, brave, aggressive, and impulsive in this area of life. So in the realm of the sun sign, we tend to, if you have a sun in Aries, these people are generally assertive, bold, and brave. Their core desire is, in a way, to act off of impulse. Keep in mind when I say core desire that your moon also shows you your desires, and you can check out my whole series on the moon through the signs on our YouTube channel. But overall, people who have a sun in Aries will always have a desire to act off of impulse. To them, they want to lead a life of excitement, and they want to be uncontrolled in any way possible. So they want to be as independent as possible. One of the biggest character flaws of an Aries is that they can be hyper independent. And this can work out well for them because if they choose to be independent their entire lives, they will be happy. And at the same time, everyone needs human connection. So Aries can struggle with learning to work with other people because they're so naturally independent. They would rather do things their own way. Their phrase is my way or the highway. They're not the kind of person to work with other people. They stand alone. It's so much easier to do so. They can take care of themselves. They have their own back. However, this is just for applying the Aries to a sun sign. If you have maybe an Aries moon, you're going to be impulsive with your emotions. If you have an Aries Mercury, you're going to be impulsive and bold with your word. If you have an Aries Mars, you're going to want to take intense, massive, and perfect action and be independent no matter what. The list goes on for every single planet and placement. But wherever you have Aries in your chart, you have a desire to be independent, to be unconstrained, to be free, and to just speak your mind. Aries might rub people the wrong way, but they show us the power of allowing yourself to be imperfect. The gift of Aries is that they're so new to the world that they allow themselves to make mistakes. So if you have Aries in your chart, you have a desire within you to be independent, be bold, be brave, be assertive, be a leader even potentially, and you need to allow yourself to embrace that. Aries is a cardinal sign, and so they want to lead the way. They want to initiate new things and then pass off those projects to new people once they have done their role of initiating it. Aries is a self-starter, and they will always want to start new things. Holding on to them might be a whole different story for them, and there might be a weakness of theirs, but overall, this is their gift that they can embrace. If this video helped you understand what it means to have the Aries sign in your chart and what the Aries personality traits are, please leave a comment below and let me know. And what other traits about Aries do you have or have you noticed? Let me know in the comments below. While you're down there, you should grab the free birth chart workbook if you haven't already, where I help you understand the basics of your chart using journal prompts. This is great for people who are new to astrology and for people who have been looking into astrology for a long time but don't quite understand how to actually apply their chart. These are journal prompts that I've personally used and have helped me, after years of knowing my astrology, learn how to apply the information of my chart and live in alignment with my chart. That's the free birth chart workbook and the link in the description below. While you're down there, you might want to check out the Making Mindfulness Fun bundle. If you love workbooks and courses, then you need to grab this bundle right now because we have all 30 of our workbooks and courses on astrology, chakras, mindfulness, Enneagram, you name it, all for only $30. That's $1 per course per workbook, all in the Making Mindfulness bundle in the link in the description below. Grab it now because I have no idea how long I'm going to keep offering it for. And if you're someone who wants to live more in alignment with this bold and brave energy, if you have Aries energy in your chart and you want to embrace it more but you don't quite know how, then you should join Be The Hero Academy, our group membership, where we help you script the life that you want to live and improve your relationships, improve your health, and live a purposeful work. Be the Hero is great for people who have lacked clarity on where they want to go or just need more support in getting to where they want to be or living in alignment with their astrology. So if you want help embracing your own Aries energy, Be The Hero Academy is for you, and you can join 1 week for free in the link in the description below. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for more videos on explaining each of these zodiac archetypes, and check out the rest of the channel for more videos on our planets and certain signs, all on the channel, all the resources you need to understand your birth chart. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and from my heart to yours, namaste.